Welcome back, everybody, to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. I'm Grumpy Grandpa Gaming, and this is episode 10, our Rebel Spring of 64 campaign in version 1.12. First things first, this is actually the second episode 10 that I'm doing, as I screwed up while making the last video and ended up losing it, sadly, and I'm kind of pissed about it because it was a friggin' good episode, too. One very well fought battle up in the valley, which it wasn't a big battle. Neither one of the battles were big, but they were pretty well fought. I did have a battle here at Stanton against the Division of Kanawha and the Cavalry Corps of the Army of Potomac, and I managed to block the Cavalry Corps from entering the battlefield. And I managed to surround and take out almost half of the Division of Kanawha. Brought them up to almost 50% casualties before the battle was over, capturing 2 of their brigades. So I'm pissed I wasn't able to show that one. And down here we had a battle at Mobile with the 16th Corps Detachment. See, they're carrying 2,100 casualties right now. District of the Gulf is carrying 1,700 casualties. We're down to 4,000. This had 8,000 men in this corps. We're down to 4,990. So we almost went 50% casualties per side, and it was just a straight up brawl in swampland. It initially started as a battle maneuver, as both forces were small, had no idea where the Federals were, what direction they were coming from, and we ended up meeting up in the swamps for the most part, and it was just a bare knuckle throwdown affair that I came pretty damn close to losing. The AI actually ended up withdrawing once he got close to 50% casualties, but if it waited literally 30 more seconds, my entire army broke. So they could have gone either way at that battle. We ended up winning it, but it was a very bloody affair. And if the AI had just waited 30 more seconds, it actually would have won the battle. So I really wish I could have shown that one, but like I said, I've messed up the video, so we don't get to see it. And then I didn't realize it was messed up until after I tried to go load it into YouTube. I went to go check the status of it, and it was just all messed up. All right, moving on from there, we do have some new viewer units that I did add in. Notes. So down here in New Orleans, and I want to District of Arkansas. Yep, Price's Corps. So in Fagan's division, we have the 1st Houston Hussars for Messerschmitt 109. They are serving in Fagan's Cavalry Division of Price's Corps of the District of Arkansas. And then over in the Army of Tennessee, in Chatham's division of Hardee's Corps, divisioned up with the Sherwood Foresters, we have the Coyley, the King's Own Yorkshire Light Infantry for Brummer's Ghost. And we have the 8th Alabama for Brad Hale. So, have the 3 viewer units in the 1 division. I think there are only 3 in it. Nope, you got the Janzika also, Solid Oak Brigade. So all the viewer units that are in the West are basically in the Army of Tennessee at this point, except for a few outliers. All right, moving on from there. As I said, I had to give a recap of an episode I didn't give you guys. So not much movement happened, but we're about to get very busy here. So Department of Arkansas is flipping New Orleans right now. I've just given orders for the Cavalry Corps to move up the road to Baton Rouge to retake Baton Rouge. And just for West Louisiana, now the rail lines are clear, because we're going to move 1 corps at a time on the rail lines, since we don't have enough trains to move everybody. Is now moving into New Orleans. As soon as we have New Orleans fully secured and flipped over, we will be sending the Bolt Infantry Corps up to Jackson, hopefully capturing this depot before the AI burns it down. We'll be able to send 1 straight up the rail lines as quick as possible, hopefully, in order to prepare against moving against Vicksburg. So this will be the start of our Vicksburg campaign this episode. The force over here, District of Gulf, like I said, it's pretty bloodied after that last fight. Is not going to be doing much for the time being. I dispatched one brigade home to go get drafts to fill up their ranks, but now that this battle's over, I'm going to be keeping this force down here to start clearing out the fortifications around New Orleans and Pensacola. Basically, they're going to be a siege corps, and they're just going to go around and start swooping up all the garrisons that I don't want to tie down my other forces with. District of Florida is currently building a depot. It's going to be another 32 days before it's complete, so they will not be beginning their siege until end of June, beginning of July against Fort Clinch. Hopefully that doesn't take too long, so I get them back up into Atlanta, as it looks like the Federals are coming back down on us again. They do have well over 100,000 troops up in this area here. This is where they've sent everybody. They've denuded forces from every other front. Every corps I've been looking at on the outskirts of the battle, outskirts of Georgia, have been very denuded as soldiers. So they are all here. And they're coming back down the road again. Army of Ohio, which has been trundling around out here, still got no idea what the hell it's doing. And over here in Virginia, like I said, we just fought the battle at Stanton in the Valley, seeing off the Division of Kanawha and the Cavalry Corps of the Army of Potomac. The 1st Corps did not take part in the battles. I don't think their readiness is high enough, and they're down to 9,500 men. About the same size as the Department of West Virginia. So as soon as their readiness comes back up, I can send them up to attack now, but that would just drop their readiness even lower. So I want them up to at least top of the yellow, and then I'm going to go send them after 1st Corps up at Newmarket. Giving orders for our 1st Corps Army of Northern Virginia to move back towards Fredericksburg, as these corps are still recovering down here in Richmond. As soon as they're ready to go again, we're going to go back after the Army to the James. Try and get them knocked off the peninsula. Giving orders for Stewart's Cavalry Corps. And I do have to detach these guys into a separate command. We're going to make an attempt to capture Grafton, Wheeling, and Marietta, and hopefully draw away some of the forces that are here outside of Atlanta. So this should give the AI some fits, as I don't think they really have troops around here to chase them down, and we have 11,500 cavalry in this force. Only 6 guns, but plenty of cavalry, so we can hold our own against another infantry force if necessary. So hopefully I can capture the 3 cities. Same here with Forrest, so his siege is almost done. They're losing it. They're about to break off here any day now, which thankfully will free up his force. I do need it freed up. So as soon as he breaks away from this fight, I'm going to be sending him, even though he's a small force, I'll be sending him north up to Cairo. I'm going to have him start raiding around Cairo. First we'll capture Cairo, and then we're going to start raiding everywhere else. St. Louis, Evansville, Quincy. We're just going to cause as much damage as possible, and hopefully stay away from the Army of the Border, which could easily take him down with the numbers disadvantage. And we do have a 7th Corps out here in the 13. I don't know what the hell they're doing in Arkansas, but they've really just been kind of meandering around out here. I do have to start worrying about that. We may lose control of the state. And our raiding fleet was not raiding for some reason. I actually just gave it orders to return to port, as we're just sitting here not raiding against this fleet down here, which is kind of annoying. So I'm going to send them back, get them a little bit more resupplied, and have them go just do a full-on engagement with the fleet down here, which is down to 22 ships and 89 guns. But as you can see here, they have moved an ironclad into the fleet. I don't know if there's one or more in there, but they did move an ironclad in. Hopefully it's something that we can capture and use for ourselves. Alright, I do believe that covers everything for right now. So, I will be back, and it looks like it will be with a fight at Atlanta. And George Thomas, the Rock of Chickamauga, has returned once again to Atlanta, and he didn't bring as many troops with him as I thought he was going to bring. Right now we got the Cavalry Corps to our front, with another corps reinforcing it almost 30 hours from now. So not a lot of troops on the field. And he has infantry in the Cavalry Corps. Don't know how much, but When he has all of his forces on the field, he'll have 19,403 infantry, 9,200 cavalry, and 56 guns to our 58,665 infantry, 6,600 cavalry, and 190 guns. Yeah, I mean, if his reinforcements are that far off, we can literally block the other units from reinforcing the one corps that's on the field and hopefully rip it apart, is what I'm hoping, like I did over at Stanton. So, obviously we're taking this fight. I'll see you all on the outside load screen. Welcome, everybody, to the third battle of Atlanta. So, it's meeting engagement much like the last time, and once again we have to take Powder Spring Road and the Georgia Military Institute. I'm going to change my defensive positions this time, as defending along this stream last time just was not a good position for us. So, I think I'm just going to hold back and stay on the hillside on this ridge line along the Military Institute front, back off the stream, because this line was just not good for us last time. So I'm going to be sending Hardy's Corps to hold the heights here, and I'm going to be sending the District of Georgia to hold the town of Marietta. So once again, they can come this way, or they can go around Kennesaw Mountain way. So either way, I just want a corps here to watch up this direction. I don't think they're going to come this way. I think they're going to come straight down Mountain Road again via Pigeon Hill and come at us that way once again. And their reinforcements are 22 hours away. And that's the 20th Corps, so I'm not expecting to see them on the map at all. It's 1400 now. I am going to slip. Actually, none of my cavalry's on the field, I don't think. Even have cavalry on the field. I don't even have any cavalry on the field right now. Oh, I do. I got one brigade. I'm immediately going to give him orders. I think they're going to come down this way once again. I'm going to give him orders to go around Kennesaw Mountain and hopefully move behind the Federals and take this entry point to fully delay the 20th Corps' arrival for basically a whole nother day. Because that is the only entry point they hold. Send them up this way through the woods, but that will take them forever. That is not good terrain. Yeah, I'll send them around via the roads. So, I'm going to start marching my troops, get them in position. I'll be back once I have contact with the Federals. Right, it's 15:30 of day one, and we already have the Federal side of their cavalry is moving fast towards Marietta. Just got sight of them as I started sending skirmishers out as my troops arrived to get to the streamline. So their cavalry is moving fast and kind of out positioning us. I just gave Taliaferro's command orders to double time into Marietta to head off this one cavalry brigade that we can see. So as you can see, we're still kind of roadblocked back here. I just got so many troops moving that's just taking a while to get anybody in position. It's just a one brigade. I'm not worried about it for right now, but I know there are more coming right behind. Yep, there's the rest of the dust trail, so that's just a lone scouting brigade. But I don't want to have to kick them out of town. I want to be in town and keep them from getting into it. Like, it'll be a few more minutes yet before I come in contact with that brigade or see the rest of their forces, so I'm back. Right, 1600 day one. We didn't win the race to town, and they are starting to mass their cavalry outside of it. I have 3 infantry brigades along a rail line, and I broke off their skirmishers to fill in the houses. Looks like Chatham's artillery is starting to hit into some of these guys. So if this kind of works out for me, if they're going to start massing up right here, that will allow me to launch a flank attack in once the rest of the District of Georgia arrives over here on the left flank of town, on the right flank of Chatham. Looks like they're just seeing the skirmishers now. I know they have infantry in this force, I just haven't seen it yet. And it looks like they're sending Scouts to get my cavalry. He's waiting on orders. I got scouts all over the mountainside here. Armstrong's just waiting on orders to start moving up this way and around because I know there was trailing infantry and cavalry, infantry and artillery I didn't want him running into. Hopefully he doesn't get into a firefight that'll affect his orders. That's my big worry right there. They brought up artillery that could start hitting the homes and chasing the skirmishers out of the houses. Just heard rifle fire. Where was that? Don't tell me it was my cavalry. Yep. That's going to affect their orders. But it's only scouts, so they're not going to fight. It's just going to distract my men from doing their mission. These are just detachments. I guess the AI caught wind of that brigade and sent them out to harass. Oh, this roadblock is killing me. What I'm doing is I'm just sending out a line of skirmishers along the creek bed. Instead of holding my infantry line along, we're going to hold it with a line of skirmishers instead, which should do the job. This cavalry does not want to push into town. Division here, division here. Their artillery is wasting shot at my skirmishers. That's fine. These guys are, like I said, they're just a distraction. He's no longer following his orders. Causing casualties, and they're not shooting back because for some reason the scouts for the cavalry just don't shoot. So we got that sound glitch where I can't hear the firing now. And there went those boys. Take care of these guys. That just adds to the casualty count. I'll take it. They're not doing their original mission, but it works for me. That's basically 40 free casualties it just gave us. They keep putting that artillery into a bad position for me, please. Ooh. We got issues now. Crap. Alright, charge out these scouts. We need to get you the hell out of here. We're done playing with our food. 1,300 men, damn it. And there's an infantry brigade coming. I'm not going to get orders to him in time. 2 cavalry brigades and an infantry brigade. Oy. Alright, boys, let's just push in, get rid of this cavalry. They're on their lonesome, so we can just rip them down. You boys not firing. Got a line of sight. Should be firing. Let's bring boys over here. Have to arrive in time to do anything. Oh, now I gave them orders to move the firing. Yeah. Oh, I'm about to lose Armstrong. Look at that. They sent everybody back to go get him. Not that good of a first volley. And their canister isn't doing much damage. I guess they only got like 1 gun. And if anybody's wondering what today's battle brew is, there is not one. Still kind of early in the day. Trying to get this done before tonight's live stream, or yesterday's live stream by the time you see this video. We fully wipe out that battery? I don't see a retreating unit. And then surrender to us because we fully wiped it out. And their cavalry really can't fire back at us, which is good. Oh, God, you guys still have Springfields. That's why you're out of range. I thought I got rid of all the muskets. Yep, Armstrong's finished. Damn it. I really thought I was going to be able to sneak him around behind. Go break that brigade. I think that's a message from Armstrong, yep. I'm just so I know what's going on up there and I don't want to watch it. And Hood's Corps just arrived. What you boys doing? Looks like it was a good volley. Here comes Armstrong's cavalry. How bad are the casualties? Oh, 360 of his men. Well, they're coming down that road fast. Then you're around, you get under cover of skirmishers. Hoping to have this fight finished before the reinforcements showed up, but it's already 17. We got a few hours left. The sun's going down. We don't have much time left. Alright, looks like they're avoiding the town. Good. Just in case. Swing this brigade out this way. Looks like they're sending more cavalry to help over here. Alright, skirmishers. Brigade and battery are on their own, so we should be able to do it with the skirmishers. Just massed up all their cavalry over here, so. Alright, let's finish this brigade war. Get in there, boys. Get your bayonets wet. Don't need to be sitting here getting into a gunfight. It's going to drag up my casualties with theirs, yeah. 1,300 casualties so far. If I was these boys and I saw all these troops coming at me, I'd be running scared. Looks like my skirmishers have engaged. Oh, you guys got Whitworths. You're way out there. Move on up, please. Come on, boys, break this brigade. Here we go. Down the line. Let's go. Down the line. I'm rushing another cavalry unit. Oh, it's a detachment, probably going back to its home unit. And you're firing off this way. Yeah, okay. Brigade's broken, very good. Keep going, boys. Bag me prisoners. Give me tons of prisoners. The hell is that detachment doing? You guys couldn't close in, just rifle them down. This brigade's kind of like stuck here and not retreating. It's holding everything up. That is throwing me off right there. gotta get this melee unstuck. Looks like we might just wipe out that brigade, which will be good for us. That will capture, but wiping it out will be fine. Withdrawal's detachment's broken. That's fine. Not doing as many casualties as cavalry as I thought we would be. Why are you guys idle? There we go. Stop and shoot. There we go. We got them outranged. That was a little bloodier for me than expected, though we did drive their casualties up quite a bit. We'll bring you guys back to your original positions now. You boys are done for today. That explains a lot. Division commander is back in town with the freaking skirmishers. Although we're going to bring your division up over here. And French will bring you on the road over here. I figured breaking that division would have won us the fight, but apparently not. We're finally seeing off that battery. It looks like we're just down to this skirmishing action. I don't need to push out to go get the Federals. So, looks like this might be going to a day 2 unless they withdraw overnight, so I'm back. Alright, we have moved into day 2. And we're just going to have all my forces on the field now. I haven't changed my dispositions. I've just moved up 2 fresh divisions on my right outside of Marietta. And I ended up recalling my skirmishers in towards the end of the day. So hopefully they're all in. I don't know if they all made it back. Sometimes the computer puts the skirmishers in weird locations on a reset. So hit play here and see what happens. Alright, and their cavalry corps is still 6 hours away. The reinforcement corps is still 6 hours away, so I'm immediately sending Armstrong back out on his original mission. Hopefully he can get there this time. It looks like it's going to be a while before we get his orders. His attachment's still out. Okay, I still got detachments out. I figured that was going to happen. Excuse me. Only those two. I think so. I want them to come forward in a general engagement before the reinforcements arrive, so holding the skirmishers out there, probably not a good idea. And it looks like he might be sending what's little left of his force out to us. You have the morale down to 49, -5 from routes, almost -10 from losses. They're down by 5,000 men already. It's probably not in a good spot. No. And we'll just swing you out here. These guys are just running across the open field. What the hell are they doing? What is Thomas doing? I really have no idea what the hell he's doing. This brigade's lost over half its men. It shouldn't even be on the field anymore. They should have no... Yeah, there they go. 1-star brigade. They should have 0 resilience for that many losses. Okay, he has a lot more infantry on the field than I thought he did, but it looks like they are pushing forward for an attack on my left. Still not a great spot for them to attack at. It's actually a pretty bad position over here, but oh well. It'll be a few minutes more once again, so I'll be back. Alright, 6:30 in the morning, and I think Mr. Thomas here is going full Leroy Jenkins as he's pushing his troops forward into a very inhospitable zone of interlocking fire. Yeah, not the best idea in the world. He does not have the troops to do what he's doing. I'm still waiting for his orders. I want to see Thomas's command section. Where the hell is he? Look at the range on these Whitworths. Jeez. But they're almost useless at that range. That's just really far out there. Now, is he going to stop his men just outside of rifle range? Yeah, it looks like they stop him right outside of range. Alright, gonna be a few more minutes of waiting. I don't have to go with them, they have to come at me, so I'll be back. I think Kilpatrick has lost his Kill Cavalry moniker to George Thomas, because he just sent his brigades that broke yesterday charging into my lines over here. I guess looking for a way through. AI is basically just probing my lines right now and not liking what it sees for the most part. So it started pulling this infantry force back after charging into my lines over here. So he's trying to find a way around me is what he's doing. And it's not working out for him. We've just been allowed to rip his cavalry to shreds for the most part. Outside of these 2 brigades over here. I think they're the 2 brigades that lost their scouts to me yesterday to Armstrong's cavalry. 20. Yeah, they're the guys who lost their scouts to me. This brigade's not retreating, so they're just sitting there. Yeah, that brigade's glitched out, so they're going to get wiped out by the rifle fire. That's why you're not firing. You're facing the wrong damn direction. I'm really tempted to push in and finish him off, but I've already caused enough Yeah, they're about to start retreating. They're at 6,000 casualties to my 2,100. Yep, they're about to retreat. Look at that power bar. All right. Don't have to push in and finish him off. Armstrong, about halfway to where I need him to be, but this fight's over. Yep, there they go. Just speed this along. Not pursuing them this time. I'm not going to be able to catch up with these guys. Let's go through this paperwork real fast. So some of the viewer units did get some shots in there, so Artie's Corps. That's Armstrong's cavalry. He didn't do too bad, even being overwhelmed. I mean, he took more casualties than he gave out, but that's not too bad. He caused 105 casualties and captured 114 men. So that's not too bad. Chatham's division. Those detachments. What I got everybody called. Everybody should have been called in. Those detachments should be counted under their home units. So I'm not sure who belongs to who. Coyley's main brigade didn't get any action, and 8th Alabama and the Sherwood Foresters did 90 each to cavalry. So I don't know which detachment is what, but Hoxton did 60 to cavalry, 17 to artillery. Carter, 206 to cavalry. Lowry, 194 to cavalry. So I'm not sure which detachment is what. Actually, let's go to commanders. Okay, Carter is the Coyley. Lowry is 8th Alabama, and Strahl is the Sherwood Foresters. Okay, Strahl's detachment's in. So Hoxton's battalion is a battery. Okay, not too bad. Yeah, but they're the only viewer units that fought. See if we got any of their officers. We didn't catch Thomas. Figured after this debacle, he would have ridden out between the lines to kill himself. But all right, we captured LaGrange, wounded Major Eustace. Second division, give me first. Captured True. Wounded Colonel Long. And Kilpatrick does have a division. I think he lost his moniker on this one. All right, 2 wounded officers, 2 captured officers. Generally don't capture officers, so that's actually not so bad. This speed along here. Alright, not too bad at all. Didn't have all their forces on the field, so if they had both corps on the field, they would have 29,000 men, but they did not. So we took down 150 of the infantry they did bring with them. We got 2,300 of their 5,500 cavalry. We ripped that cavalry corps in half. We got 30 of their 60 guns. Total loss of 6,000 of their 29,000 men. We lost 1,700 of our infantry of the 58,000 we had on the field. 421 of our 6,600 cavalry. None of our guns. Total loss of 2,177 of our 68,052 men. Casualties are still higher than I wanted them to be, but being in a standoff with the cavalry in the corner, they do have the weight of fire in their advantage. And that one brigade that had the Springfield muskets, which I didn't know any of my brigades still had muskets. I thought I got them all. Took some heavy casualties because they were sitting there receiving fire and not giving anything back for a few minutes. Alright, we'll get closed out of here and I'll see you all at the newspaper screen. The Battle of Atlanta. Glorious victory, because it was a major victory for us. So the Battle of Atlanta has ended with the Army of Cumberland retreating in panic. The enemies reportedly suffered total casualties of 5,861 men. There are 524 killed, 3,269 captured. Our casualties total 2,177 men, with 312 killed, 508 missing, and the rest wounded. Captured 1,376 rifles and 15 guns from the field, and sent 3,300 soldiers off to our prison camps. I figure we would have captured more weapons than that, considering the amount of prisoners. I'd need better carbines, to be honest with you. And General Armstrong did lose face. No fault of his own, that's straight up my fault. But I do have to remove him from command. I can't afford to have low morale units in this field force. I think he was Hardy's. Yep. Sorry, Armstrong, you gotta go. Units from Mississippi. We don't even have any Mississippi officers left. No, I do not. You're Brigadier. Why can't you take command? Oh, he's wounded. Major General can't have it. And let's see who's available. Let's go all cavalry. Who's this? All right, Hawes, the job is yours. We need to send this brigade home. I think I should. I just set this quarter draft, so we should just start sucking men in. It should buy us a few more days before another force comes down the road anyway. I really haven't advanced the game very far. May 29th, we're actually coming up on our first monthly of this campaign, 10 episodes in. Still haven't made it through the first month. So we're going to keep this episode going, so I'll be back. Alright, it's now June 1st, and we've actually made it through the first month of the campaign, finally. So it is time to go over to monthlies. Something we haven't done in a while. Alright, finances. Current rate of our nation is BBB. We did cut another bond, so our liabilities now amount to $500 million. Though now we have the bank here in New Orleans, that should help alleviate some of our credit issues. And once I start working down the credit line, which I'll go over later, we'll start building banks. And those banks are very powerful. We learned that about 2 campaigns ago. They're a very powerful tool. Current economy cycle is recession. Wealth of our population is below average and increasing. Tax revenues increased by $88 million in the last month. Total export volume last month was $23 million out, with $20 million coming in, which I'm not taxing right now. I do need to start taxing that. And average core production over the last 3 months was $189 million, a change of plus $18 million. Our economy is lacking wool, food, flour, all the normal stuff. You're never going to catch up on everything that you're short on. You're never going to do it. It's a fool's errand. I've tried in the past. Yeah, all right. We're spending $574 million All right, 486 million more than we are bringing in. That is not good. That is something we are going to have to tackle at some. Getting the ports open, that's going to help a lot. Getting the ports open will help a lot. Take a look at intelligence. According to our intelligence analysis, the federal government is currently working on recruitment bounties 2. They've done the following projects: medium-range carbines and military education. I don't know why there's relations with Spain. I've never seen that go plus or down. I mean, it's there in the background of the game, but it's never been implemented as far as I know. It says they haven't recruited any more mental. I can't believe that. And started building 5 new ships. Morale of the Federal Army is currently at 58%. And it says we killed... It only ever shows 3 officers here, though we know we've killed more than that. So it shows Major General Getty, Major General Wright, and Captain Cohen, though we've killed more officers than that in the last month. It only ever shows 3 on this list. So looking at strategy, international morale is now down to 56. Morale of our armies is at 58. Much lower than ours, but their men are in the south. While their armies are in the south, they're always going to have a lower morale level. It's the first time I'm looking at their tonnage, so I'm not sure what the number changes after we captured and sank a few ships. So we didn't capture anything big or sink anything big in the last naval engagement. Military experience, they're at 82 to our 99. Battles won. They're 120. They've won 127 battles. We've won 96. But that's the entire war, not just this campaign. Total casualties right now, they're 191,494 to 169,912. So I think at the start of the campaign when I looked at this, it was almost even on. So we're doing slightly better than they are. Not by much, but better. Generally causing more casualties than we are taking, though we really can't afford what we have been taking. All right, policies. We are currently working on Industrialization 2. That'll be done in 15 more days. As soon as that is done, we'll be running right down to Industrialization 3. This says it'll take 63 days to finish. I hope it does not take that long. And as soon as that is done, we'll be running right down to slavery restrictions, and then Confederate colored troops, and then into emancipation if we have it unlocked. This may not unlock until 65. I don't know. But as soon as we get down as far as we can on this line, we'll immediately enact tariffs on trade and start working down the bank line, because they need to get the banks unlocked. They are a very powerful tool, and I want them. So we do need to work on our finances quite heavily. And projects, let's see what we got available here. Almost forgot about them. Not sending envoys. We're not doing trade deals. I think once I get down to the emancipation line, I'll start working on foreign relations. I don't think it's going to be necessary. Military railroad. Okay, we do have this unlocked. This is somehow saving. Cost 10 million. We have 10 million. Boom. And that just took everything. And I'm not getting Austrian rifles. They're just not worth it. All right, so that increases the speed of our army's movements, which is good for us. We kind of need that. Can take a level of market reform. I don't know how many market buildings we have. That's something I'm going to look into off screen. I'm not really sure if that'd be even worth taking at this point. All right, quick map update here while we're on. So, District Dividing territory is inside of Baton Rouge, but the force is so small it's taking a long time to flip the city. So, I've given orders for District Western Louisiana to move up to Baton Rouge to seize the city, and it looks like 19th Corps has been hiding out over here at Fort Desperate. So I wanted to avoid Fort Desperate, but we do have to knock this corps off of our flank. Right now, it's only got 8,000 men in it. So as soon as we flip Baton Rouge, I'm going to be pushing into Fort Desperate and 19th Corps and drawing them into a battle. District of Arkansas is now on its way up. here to Jackson, hopefully to capture this supply depot and then begin moving against Vicksburg. Looks like 7th Corps finally moved out of Arkansas, is chasing down behind our Cavalry Corps. So I wanted them to sit here and rest longer to get their readiness back up, but I've just given them orders to move into New Orleans. Is we got to get them out of the way of this corps. They are not going. We got 4,600 men here. They have estimated 13,000. Not exact number, but we're not fighting that with this cavalry force. And District of the Gulf is still recovering. It's going to be a while before they get back into action. I would like to get them to push away the 16th Corps detachment, but they are strengthening up heavily. I really can't afford to send any of these troops away. I got them set the drafts. Hopefully we can draw in enough troops for the next fight. I did pull out one ship from the Mobile Squadron, and I added 2 ships in. So I kind of come to the conclusion, looking at the fleet, I'm only going to keep this one fleet in the water, basically at 10 ships at all time. Any ship that falls below 90% will get pulled out and sent to dry dock. And any ship that's below 80% actually is going to get pulled out, sent to dry dock, and anything that's 90% above will get sent to replace it in the fleet. So we've actually just done that. So I'm going to order them out to a general engagement against this fleet and see. Don't appear to be raiding at all, like they should be. Once again, we just had that battle at Atlanta. Still trying to figure out what the hell the Army of the Ohio is up to. They're just all over the place. Over here in Virginia, it's been kind of quiet. Got me a little worried. My corps are still recovering. They're both in the orange now. So once they're in the yellow, I will send them back at the Army to James. Stuart's Cavalry Corps has made it into Grafton and is slowly flipping the city over. Cavalry's just not very fast at flipping the cities. So I'm thinking once the Department of West Virginia gets their readiness up a little bit more, I'm going to push them into 1st Corps. They may be sending these corps over to take on the Cavalry Corps. So I want to have a bit of a distraction here in the valley for Stuart to continue his job. And Forrest's siege finally did end. He has retreated to Grenada. So he just doesn't have any supplies right now. It says he's at 100%, but he's got nothing here. No ammo, no provisions. So as soon as he has supplies again, I'll be sending him up into Cairo. And District of Far, we know they're building the supply depot, which is not going to be finished until towards the end of this month. So they're just going to be sitting steady for now. All right, I think that covers everything, so I'll be back with the next incident. All right, it appears our naval engagement has started. We do have a battle just came on. All right, we got 2 things going on at the same time here. So Department of West Virginia is chasing down Stuart's Cavalry Corps and has met them at Grafton, which are only about 50%, 60% captured now. They bring in 4,800 infantry, 2,900 cavalry, and 15 guns against my 11,400 cavalry and 6 guns. So this really shouldn't be too much of a fight. They do have 8,000 men, though. Cavalry's not going to be the issue. It's going to be these infantry brigades, but hopefully not too much of one. So obviously we're taking this fight. Crittenden in command here. How does he have more combat experience than Stuart does? Why does he only have 1 star? That doesn't make sense for this point of the war. Okay. Neither here nor there, so I'll see you all on the other side of the load screen. Welcome to the Battle of Grafton. So we're on the Soggy Bottom map or the Red Hills map, whatever you want to call it. And we are defending, thankfully. So I just decided we have to defend the creek over here. So I've just decided to dismount all my cavalry, put them in loose order, and just get lined up on the road. As we're actually fairly well armed with, we got 1 brigade with Sharps carbines, but we got Enfield musketoons for the most part. For every brigade except for this one and this one, which has a Colt revolving rifle, which is very short range weapon. So I decided to leave them mounted and use as an exploitation brigade, basically. There's no reason to use them for anything else because they just don't have the range to really engage anything except on a flank attack. So, don't have any engineering points. I'm not going to have the cavalry build breastworks. I want the Federals to come right at me, and we should have them outgunned by weight of firepower. So, I'll be back once they come into sight. All right, it's 03:50 in the morning. That's actually why it's so dark. This battle did start at midnight. And the cavalry and infantry is actually arriving at the same time, kind of roadblocking each other, it looks like. So they're coming straight down the road like I expected them to. What the hell is blocking their siding over there? I only got the 6 guns, or 10 guns in this force, so not expecting much out of that battery. You guys are just coming right down the road at us. It looks like they're stopping to consolidate. Good idea. They've been marching for a few hours, so they shouldn't have too good morale or too good cohesion. The morale is better than ours as we are fighting on Union territory. What are you boys doing? Skirmishers forward, okay. Now, it would be nice if cavalry could push skirmishers out, because those scouts you can push out don't fight. Artillery's coming into range. Put the counter battery. Looks like it's just their skirmishers for right now, so I'll pause this here and come back in once they send their main attack forward. Alright, we're moving on to 2 in the afternoon in game, and it's just been a staring match. The Federals are not coming after us. So I'm just going to start rapping on their flank like I should have hours ago, because my artillery isn't really causing much in the way, man. Damn charge icon's stuck on. Like I said, the artillery is just not causing enough damage to... Why are you guys mounted? You should be dismounted. Or just the animation was messed up. So we'll start moving on their flank over here. Force these brigades to start facing. This brigade out in the rear. Once they start turning to face, I'll start pushing forward Gordon and Chambliss's brigades. This is all they have on the field is these 2 cavalry brigades and these 2 infantry brigades. I've done some damage to my artillery, but not much. 200 casualties to their force after all these hours of firing, but they're sitting at long range and they're Blakely's. Not really designed to engage infantry with, or anybody outside of our other artillery pieces, really. If only these charge icons weren't stuck on. And they are not reacting. Are they just going to charge straight into us? Nope, they're just turning to face. Okay. And they're staying mounted. Yeah, I don't think the AI knows what to do right now. There they go, they're finally reacting. Push forward, get online. You're basically just letting us deal out a ton of damage by staying mounted. Once we have this infantry engaged, I'll be sending this cavalry brigade in after this artillery battery. Oh yeah, and Wickham's already got the Stormer's perk, so he should be doing a lot of damage right now. Yeah. Yeah, these cavalry brigades are getting ripped up. Hey, come on down here, get some canister into the fight. Cavalry fight down here. Here goes that brigade. Don't keep chasing them, boys. Come back this way. These skirmishers are probably doing a lot of damage to us. Not really. They decide to charge in at us. Pushing in, boys. I don't need you facing off against the artillery while mounted. I can't charge them in with that infantry right there either. Whoa! They actually won that? What the hell? Over 1,000 casualties? What the hell just happened there? That's ridiculous. That shouldn't have happened. They got your backs turned to you. Mount up. They saw what was happening. Yeah, I saw it coming. I think things were going too good for me. AI had to break one of my brigades. And that brigade just surrendered. Nice. Everybody gets in there. Saber's wet, boys. Saber's wet. We just got to chase down this offending cavalry brigade up there. I doubt we're going to catch them. Oh, looks like that battery either surrendered or got wiped. That brigade just broke. Okay, I think this my blob of cavalry stuck on itself. That was a nice little action. I'm pissed off about what happened over here. That shouldn't have happened. We just got to force this brigade to surrender. Surrender or wipe it out. Come on, boys. It's a fox chase. I think as long as these commanders are on top of this brigade, they're not going to surrender. Too bad I can't order the men to go after the HQs directly. That's on purpose, otherwise you'd be wiping out command headquarters every damn battle at the first opportunity. I know I would be. And that one cavalry brigade got away that I really wanted. Come on, boys, stay on top of them. They should have surrendered. Let's speed this along. They reformed. Are you kidding me? They keep reforming. What the hell? There they go. What the hell was that? Yeah, so that ended up bloodier than it should have been because of that damn cavalry brigade just demolished one of mine. And they'd already taken... That one brigade took about 700 casualties before it charged in. So there was no way in hell they should have been able to complete that charge and cause the amount of damage that they did. Ugh. It's just frustrating thinking about that. But we took down 3,300 of their 5,100 infantry, captured one whole brigade, 1,300 or 3,100 cavalry, all 15 air guns, total loss of 4,800 of their 8,500 men. We caused over 50% casualties to this Department of West Virginia. It's not even a corps, it was just 2 under-strength divisions. We lost 1,570 of our 11,443 cavalry. Our numbers shouldn't have been over 1,000. They did a massive amount of damage to that one brigade. We lost one of our guns, but we retained that because we hold the field. So total loss of 1,576 of our 11,523 infantry. I should be more ecstatic with this win, but I'm just pissed from that one brigade managed to pull that crap off. Alright, let's see. I don't think any of these are viewer units. Nope, okay. So we're just going to see if we got any of their officers. Crittenden somehow made it off the field. We captured an entire brigade, and we didn't capture the officer. Oh, there we go. I kept getting the cavalry and didn't get the infantry, so we killed DuPont, killed Colonel Moore, wounded Thoburn. Okay. And how many men did he surrender with? Almost 2,000 men. That is massive. I'll get closed out of here and I'll see you all at the newspaper screen. Glorious victory at Grafton. Battle of Grafton is ended with the Department of West Virginia retreating in panic. The enemies reportedly suffered total casualties of 4,797 men. There are 286 killed, 3,078 captured. Our casualties total 1,576 men, with 197 killed, 279 missing, and the rest wounded. We captured 3,600 rifles from the field and 9 guns, and sent 3,000 soldiers off to our prison camps. Colonel Mumford did lose face. He does not deserve that, so I'm going to leave him in charge for right now. Once again, I do have a lack of officers, and he's actually a good officer. So we'll let him redeem himself. Though he should have, like I said, he shouldn't have lost face on that fight. Almost done capturing that. Alright, let's head down to the Gulf and take a look at this naval action. Play here, this was just getting started. Oh, looks like it was already going on. Tennessee 2's down to 86%. A lot of these ships are already out of range. So this battle was actually going on for a little bit before I caught it. And we've done a lot of damage. We haven't sunk or captured anything. Looks like the only ship left in the combat's a schooner. Hey. There we go. We didn't capture or sink anything. It says we sank one ship. I don't know what ship we sank. Oh, there we go. The Sour Bruin. Last ship that was standing. Okay. But this fleet is effectively done for at least this campaign season. Everything is... Only one ship is over 50%. 2 ships, 3 ships. Okay. Yeah, this fleet is effectively done as a fighting force. Though they're not leaving the area. That's odd. And Stuart's under attack again. It's done by a much larger force. And we're down quite a few men. We're down to 9,900 men from the 11,000 we had. I think we got to take this fight no matter what. But this will be for next episode. So, this episode's definitely gone on long enough. So once again, if you're a new viewer, return viewer, if you're not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, remember hit that bell icon so when the next video comes out. If you'd like a brigade of one of my armies, please let me know in the comments below. Type of unit, state is from, weapons, uniforms, officers, and I'll oblige on all counts if possible. Once again, this is 1864, so I don't have much available. And I will see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.